This is the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
It's always bumpy. What are you trying to do?
Trying to move that over here.
It'll be like mine right there.
Yeah, what the hell? How come I get mine in the middle of my head?
because you're I gotta adjust you sometime.
Yeah.
Look, see?
I know my head looks holy. Don't worry, lighting. A lot of it. And I'm bald, you know.
Yeah, we need to get Holstera.
hair.
We need to get Holstera a few more lights or in a wig.
Yeah, I can get a wig.
You happy I moved your name?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I was looking. I was going to do this.
Hello, Melissa and
There
Alex.
you go.
Welcome, Beth. Glad y'all are here. For all our new people, if you're listening on audio and you're on Apple, go write a 5-star review and just give us 5-star. I'm gonna do this now because before I forget, because I always say I'm gonna do it. We did get a new 5-star, and someone wrote a review, and I'm gonna read it. It is from Disney Mom of 2. It says, I love the honesty of this podcast. It's refreshing to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly of law enforcement. And I'm coming to the party a little late, but look forward to catching up on all the early episodes on my free time. We thank you for listening, Disney Mom of 2.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening.
Appreciate it. We did get another 5-star, but they didn't leave a review. But the ratings did go up almost at 80. I'd love to have at least 100. Yes, it would be great. It'd be fantastic.
Let's see if we can't do that for Christmas.
We got 12 months. Hopefully, maybe we can do it. If you can always go like us on and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the bells. You'll be notified when we do go live, and you can come interact with us and have a little bit of fun.
Yep. Send us to all your liberal friends. We'll make their day.
I don't know about that. I don't think the liberals would like us very much. That's the wrong podcast.
Oh, my apologies.
Go check out the Liberty Freedom Whiskey podcast if you want to hear us talk about politics. And
It's not always politics. Sometimes it's just funny.
sometimes it's just us talking or me singing. If you want to hear the Iceman sing off key and very horribly.
You're going to cost us listeners, not gain us any shit.
When I did do that, he said people stop listening. But I am. It's on the Trans Santa episode. If you'd like to hear me sing really, really bad, go check that out. So I guess we will get this crap started. I'm hoping everything keeps working out okay because we actually got started right on time and without any major complications. So I shouldn't have said that because something's probably going to screw up.
Always. Like when he's driving home and he says, man, it's light traffic today. And immediately after that, there's an accident. Blocks the traffic for the rest of the way home.
You ready to get these stories started? We're starting out with a great story. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, people are just going to love it. It's out of New Orleans. New Orleans. From WBRZ Channel 2 out of Baton Rouge. But the stories out of New Orleans actually popped up on my feed today. Anastasia says she loves Holstera as much as Freebird and the Iceman.
Woohoo! I'm starting to get some
number
recognition.
3. Anyway, this was a dismembered, headless body was found inside of a freezer in a New Orleans neighborhood.
Tell me you got the headline picture. Because I would imagine somebody would have a headless body in their freezer.
Well, okay. Well, I do have pictures of this subject. All right. First of all, that's the house it was at. If y'all are watching, that's the house, and I guess he had a freezer in this school bus thing he has parked outside of his house right here. It's very strange. They got stuff on the wall there, the retaining wall. And
see, if I seen that house, I would assume that whoever lives there decapitates people.
And this is the subject. Are you ready? Boom! There he is. That is a fine fellow.
That's your normal Louisiana fella.
This was in the 2200 block of Pauline Street.
He's a big son of a bitch, 6'6".
Mm-hmm. Yep. He looked like he was about a whole 180 pounds at 6'6". A man is in jail Wednesday morning. Well, at least they kept him in jail. I'd love to know what his bond is. After the police found a dismembered body in a freezer on his property in a residential 9th Ward neighborhood. 9th Ward is not a real good area in New Orleans. Benjamin Beal, that's him up here, 34 years old. He was arrested and booked into the Orleans Parish Jail overnight, which I'm wondering how long is he going to be in jail, because if you remember, not too long ago, she said there's no solitary confinement no more, and she wants to make the jail a safe place. So I wonder, if they gave him cookies, some chocolate chip cookies, and some Rice Krispie treats, and some milk, and they said it's going to be okay. Everybody wants a little head every now and then.
I'm with Melissa on this. I think about a foot of his tallness comes out of his damn neck. He looks like a giraffe.
He does have a long neck.
See, if this was in Florida, I could see him actually getting away with this, because he could say somebody broke into his van and put that body in the freezer. He don't know anything about it.
Well, if he was in New York or Chicago or California, they would have probably wrote him a ticket and said, look, come back to court for your court date.
Yeah, New Orleans is going to be like that soon.
Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Beal here, 34, was arrested and booked into Orleans Parish Hotel overnight on a slew of charges, including obstruction of justice. NOPD says officers executed a search warrant in the 2200 block of Pauline Street just before noon on Tuesday, related to the disappearance of a woman named Julia Dardar.
Jar Jar Binks?
Dardar. I don't know if she's related to Jar Jar Binks or what, but that's her last name, and she is headless. She has been missing since at least November of 2021, when the report was filed. During the search, authorities found a headless human torso in a freezer that was located inside the bus parked on the property. That bus there. I don't know if he had electricity to this, and I'm thinking he probably didn't, and so that's going to be pretty nasty.
Be some Eskimo pussy. Mighty cold.
Pictures of inside the bus were found on Bill's social media account.
His name's Bill?
Beal.
Oh,
his last name's Beal.
I thought it was like that Wild Bill. It puts the lotion on the skin.
NOPD initially referred to the finding as what appeared to be human remains, as they were reportedly difficult to identify. So I'm assuming that this freezer was not functioning, that it was probably just bones and mush and maggots and flies and all that stuff. Officials,
it's a human soup.
Officials couldn't confirm the identity of the person who was killed while on the scene, but expect to soon learn the identity and how the victim was killed as this investigation unfolds. It might be part of the head not being attached to the body no more. Police said he did not comply with their investigation and was taken to NOPD headquarters for questioning, where he refused to provide a statement. Yeah,
no
like
shit.
Most people that chop people's heads off and put them in freezers on say, yeah, I was bored. There were no cartoons on, and I just chopped her head off, put it in a freezer. But let me write that down for you.
He's an idiot. I would have just said, what? You found what in the van?
Well, who put that there? You planted.
You planted that headless body.
Beal was booked into the Orleans Parish Jail overnight on obstruction of justice charge and various drug and weapons related charges. They didn't charge him with having a dead body, at least. Come on. He had a dead body with no head on it in his bus. Anyway, at least his bond was set at $400,000. And, of course, this is ongoing investigation. Check back later for updates. So, Mr. Beal up here is, I don't know, he has one of them earring things right through the top of his bridge of his nose there. Hello, Aaron. We're talking about people, this subject here about is chopping up pot people and putting them in.
There's got to be the smallest fucking house I've ever seen.
School bus. That's probably about a 2-bedroom house.
How?
Telling you.
Your bar's
It
bigger than that.
It goes back. It goes back.
Oh.
If you look on the roof pitch by the bus, it goes back. He does have a tongue paint on the top of his bus there. But anyway, he's in jail on $4,000 bond. So
Yeah.
he's an upstanding looking citizen. I mean, I would never guess that he would do something like that.
That about you ever seen his yard? I mean, like, what the fuck is that?
I have no idea what the fuck that is. Aaron said he's seen smaller houses than that.
Well, me too, but usually it's like, remember the old cracker houses? We still have those in Florida. People still live in them, and I'm like, Jesus.
So anyway, let's get on to this next one.
Go on with these two lovely Florida ladies. Yeah. So, 2 Florida women are in more trouble than you might think after allegedly, fucking there's that word again, throwing glitter at a man inside of his apartment. 2 women have been charged with felony offenses for allegedly throwing glitter at a man inside of an apartment complex in Pinellas County. Always Pinellas County. The seriousness of the charges against them are somewhat believed by the wide and obvious grins both wear in the booking photos. I'm sure you've got their booking photos.
I got better than that. Watch. Hold on. Which video is it? It's a video, so it tells a little bit of story, but it's real short.
Women here smiling in their mugshots, but facing felony charges after police say that they threw glitter at a man during an argument in Pinellas County, Florida. And no, glitter isn't some slang for something you've never heard of. We're talking about.
I mean, they threw glitter on them. And they got felony charges.
Why?
It's glitter. I guess because I don't know.
The shiny stuff, glitter, here in this story. This is 27-year-old Caitlin O'Donovan and 29-year-old Sarah Franks, both women, according to Clearwater Police, throwing a container of glitter at the victim during an argument.
Was
The
it
arrest
expensive
affidavit
glitter?
stating that the man was hit in the head and in the torso. Now, officers say that Franks then climbed over a balcony fence, went into the man's apartment, and threw more containers of glitter.
No. They threw more glitter on him.
They chased him in the house.
Those
What the
bitches.
fuck?
I'm telling you, I think he was screwing both of these women and he got caught. And I don't know they're glitter. I'm sorry, I couldn't
Yeah,
really, they can maybe get him from unauthorized entry, I guess, going in his house. But I mean,
Yeah, it's burglary, and they got it charged with it.
they threw glitter on him.
Yeah, it's 27 and 29-year-old, each accused of 1 count of felony burglary with assault or battery against a man named Jacob Colon.
His last name's Colin. I mean,
He's an asshole.
that's just horrible by itself.
Franks was also charged with criminal mischief. What? Yeah. This is wild. I mean, it is what it is. The story just goes on to tell more about these women that both hail from Clearwater. And they definitely look like Florida girls. Yep.
I just think it's completely funny that we got Michael says shout out to Florida. Perfectly Dysfunctional says I hope it wasn't the expensive glitter.
Yeah, this shit can get expensive.
And Michael says it's stripper glitter. Aaron says that's just ridiculous. And the STD of decor just keeps on giving. It's he got attacked with glitter.
Yeah, there's something behind it. It ain't just like they just met this guy and was like, fuck him.
Yeah.
Glitter. No, there was
this-
something that forced them to break into his house and attack him with even more glitter.
This one chick with the little blue bow thing in her hair, she looks like she's like 13 years old. Look at them smiles on her face. It's like, yeah, we got him. Fucking Colin. I mean, let's do. I mean, you really want to marry a dude whose name's Colin?
Yeah.
Like,
First kid, a-hole.
What's your name, Mrs. Colin? Smell my finger.
Yeah. If they put their first kid's, first name is Cleanse, and to join the military, it's Colin Cleanse. God. Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, they are facing felony charges for attacking this dude.
Oh, you guarantee it, Michael. Everything in that dude's house it has to be replaced, to rip the floor out. Yeah, that you don't get rid of fucking glitter, especially if it was that small shit.
It's glitter though. Come on. I'd love to know why they did it. I'm telling you. I think he got attacked. He got caught screwing them. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious. Only in Florida,
Damn, $75,000 bail. Holy shit.
Yeah, that one kid in Texas got $75,000 bail for shooting 4 people. You go to Florida and throw glitter on people, and you're going to get a higher bond.
Jesus. The Colin kid is acting up again. Little asshole.
Yeah. Colonoscopy. I'm sorry. I just can't get over it. And
this next one's funny as shit. You guys might have seen it went viral on TikTok. I remember looking at the video and going, okay, is this going to be a bad video? Like, is the officer going to get attacked? And it's funny shit.
yeah, we saw it on TikTok, and I actually found the story. This happened in Pennsylvania. And it says a driver was busted after picking up a deer.
It's only in Chicago, Aaron.
Anyway, this person got pulled over. It says they got pulled over because the cops saw a lot of movement and just some of them weird shenanigans going on in this car. And he wanted to know what the hell was going on in Pennsylvania, so he pulled him over. And said they noticed a man driving that they believe may have been on drugs or alcohol on January 6th. Says the police flashed the erratic driver.
They flashed him.
Yeah, don't flash erratic drivers. And the erratic driver with their lights in the car pulled over in what would prove to be far more than what they bargained for. They went up to the car. Sir, have you been drinking? No, I ain't been drinking. Why are you driving so crazy? The 2 people in the car. And come to find out, they had a deer in the car.
Oh, dear.
They said the driver and the passenger claimed that they hit the deer and thought it was dead. Naturally, they decided to take it with them. Of course, you don't want to leave good deer meat laying on the side of the road to rot.
Yeah. Especially if you ain't got a tag.
Naturally, they decided to take it with them for whatever reason, because they were going to eat it, whoever's writing this fucking story. However, the roadkill didn't stay dead. They just knocked it out. And the deer came back to life in the back of the car in the trunk. But they just kept driving until the cops pulled them over. So
why would you not?
Here's the video. Let's play the video.
Why would you not just hit the trunk release button inside the car?
But anyway, here's the car. If y'all watching, watched. I mean, there's no sound on it, but it's like the cops are there. It's like, oh, what you got in there? Oh, what would that be? You have contraband in your trunk? And he says, then this other cop over here went, oh, deer. This one says, what, honey? He's like, no, a deer. And you see him pulling the deer out.
That's the wildest part right there. Why would you not just let him jump out?
And he picks the deer up and carries it to the shoulder of the road and puts the deer down. Oh, dear.
Like, look, why would you not just go, deer? He's like carrying it like it's a little dog. Like,
he let the deer go. I mean, at least the deer didn't get. I figured maybe they knew it. I'm pretty sure they hadn't heard it kicking around, but they probably figured, hell, You know, we already got it in the trunk. We're just going to kill it when we get home and go ahead and eat it.
Or just have a pet deer at home. My wife would love a pet deer at home.
No, I think they're going to eat it.
Maybe. Does anybody else have to answer community standards questions at the bottom right in the comment section?
Huh? Community standard question.
It's blue. You don't see it? Right below Aaron's?
I don't have none of that.
Leave it to me. It's just me. Mr. Community Guidelines Violator.
Aaron said no.
Huh.
No.
Just me then.
Just you. You're violating some community standards.
Usually.
Alex says yeah. I don't know what kind of community standards we
No, it goes, if you click it, it opens up bullying and harassment, keep everyone respected, bullshit, and hate speech. And I have to agree. I understand.
That's weird. I don't know.
Because I'm bullying people by sitting here.
You're just bullying them. You mean? I don't know if it's freezing up or not, y'all. And for some reason it shows us dropping frames. If it is people on the live feed, I apologize. So I still have to figure out why.
It is a little bit, but
I'll eventually figure out and get it fixed one of these days. I had it fixed and then I had to reinstall.
it's a fact, Alex.
All right. Well, this next one here, I got two parts of the story for it.
Let me get into it. North Carolina, right?
Yep. This one's out of North Carolina.
Yeah, this goes with something I'm going to rant on later. North Carolina deputy on leave is off-duty fatal shooting sparks protest. In 911 audio, Deputy Jeffrey Hash is heard saying that a pedestrian jumped on my vehicle and broke my windshield. Yeah. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. An off-duty sheriff's deputy had a frantic conversation with a 911 operator after fatally shooting a black man, which has nothing to do with the story, last weekend in North Carolina, saying the pedestrian did jump on my vehicle and broke my windshield. So he was kicking the shit out of it, trying to get into the car. According to an audio recording released Tuesday, Deputy Jeffrey Hash can be heard becoming more agitated while talking with the person. He said was a trauma nurse who responded to the scene and telling the operator that there's tons of cars and people gathering around. Fayetteville police said Monday that a preliminary investigation determined Jason Walker, 37, ran into traffic and jumped on a moving vehicle on Saturday. Hash, a Cumberland County deputy, shot Walker and then dialed 911. Police said Walker was pronounced dead at the scene. Protesters staged demonstrations on Sunday and Monday. They're disputing the police department's account of events. That's another one. I don't even. Yeah, we don't even have audio or anything for that. So basically,
no, I didn't put nothing up on it.
The guy freaked out and started running into traffic and jumping up on people's cars, and he was kicking in the windshield of the off-duty deputy, which that has nothing to do with the story either. At that point, he was just a normal civilian like me and the Iceman here. We're not in uniform, and the guy jumps on the squad car, or not squad car, the F-150 the gentleman drives, and proceeded to kick his windshield in.
I don't think the guy was acting crazy.
Yeah, he was acting completely nuts.
No,
I mean, you would have to jump on the hood of a car.
This other part of this, I got another story from another site, and they said that his house or his parents' house was like right across the street. What I think happened was he was walking across the street, not paying attention, walked out in front of the car, going to his house. The guy slammed his brakes on, honked his horn. The guy got pissed off as being an idiot and jumped up there and started destroying this man's shit. The man had his family and shit in the car and defended him and put a bullet in his ass.
If you were crazy and strong enough to leap onto the hood of an F-150, which is a good jump, and then proceed to aggressively kick the windshield out of a car from the outside, I assume you plan on doing great bodily harm. I agree, Robert. It's what the hell else was he supposed to do? I mean, besides maybe floor the gas pedal, hit the brakes, and then hit the gas again. Yeah, because that probably would have been my option.
Well, also, guess who's involved in it?
Jesse Jackson.
No. Our good friendly neighborhood United States lawyer, Mr. Ben Crump, because, he's going to show up wherever he thinks he can sue a police department and get money, because he don't care about justice or nothing. All he cares about is a paycheck and his wallet. And, of course, he made a comment on Tuesday that he's representing the family. Shot dead by an off-duty North Carolina police deputy. All right, well, he was off duty. Anyway,
you got a good opinion, Aaron, and I think that obviously if they're going to go after the officer, they're going to have to do a blood analysis, and if he was in fact on like PCP or something, then yeah, he would have been completely justified, in my opinion.
But they ain't got that back yet. I mean, it just happened, so of course they're going to jump on it and try to steer the narrative in a certain direction. Anyway, they're trying to say they're going to protest, blah blah blah. They said they already pulled the black box on the vehicle, and it shows that he had no impact, so he didn't hit the guy or nothing with the vehicle. And of course, they said he represented George Floyd, who gives a flying shit. They said his at the crutch of the matter was Mr. Walker shot in the back as he tried to return home. The motherfucker was on the hood of a car. His parents lived across the street, less than 100 yards away. We stand committed with the family and the young son that Jason Walker left behind to find answers as to what happened to him when he was senselessly shot and killed by off-duty deputy Jeffrey Hash, Crump said, quoted as saying.
So he must have mule-kicked the glass.
Yeah, well, it's Ben Crump. He'll lie and try to turn a narrative a certain way just so he can. I guarantee he's going to try to get a payday out of somebody before this even goes to any kind of case whatsoever.
Right, and like we discussed earlier, and I'll bring up again in the end.
Of course, they're hollering, say his name, Jason Walker.
No, look, if people of any color do stupid shit or resist arrest, there is a possibility they're going to be harmed. That's just a blanket statement. This
well, Ben Crump's good at making up his own narrative and lying about it. Anyway, they're saying that this one person who claims to be a witness, we know how that goes, he was not acting crazy. He didn't jump on traffic. The officer shot him, hit him with his car, which we just proved that there was no impact made with the car. How would Jason jump onto a big truck? The eyewitness identified on social media as Elizabeth Ricks told demonstrators, she's just stirring the pot. Asked for a comment, the FBI said it was aware of the shooting death investigation and that it is in regular contact with local authorities. Well, what has this got to do with the FBI or whatsoever?
Because he's black. That's the new thing.
Anyway, so the FBI and stuff. They're so race baiting on it. I'm waiting to see what happened. Like I said, my opinion at this point of what I've known and read in several different stories, I think the guy was walking across the street, not paying attention. This guy honked his horn at him. And he already admitted he had slammed his brakes on to keep from hitting him. He honked his horn at him, and Mr. Ding Dong decided, I'm going to throw myself a little temper tantrum, and jumped up there and started his shit, and he caught a bullet for it. Because he was on this man's, and the man was fearful for his wife and daughter that was in the car, and he's kicking through the windshield. So he should have flipped him off if he was mad about it and kept on walking, is what he should have done. That's all he should have done. You're right, Aaron. It's always the court, and stuff like that. So, I mean, the public opinion court, and that's what Ben Crump and shit likes to do. They like to get out there. They try to get ahead of it and try to paint a narrative before anybody knows what's going on.
Bullshit, yeah.
Just like with the Michael Brown stuff when I was done, hands up, don't shoot shit. That didn't happen. But they still holler about it. They got out there and they started with the lies, and they're still doing it.
No, because if he would have put his hand, never mind.
So anyway, I don't think we'll see how it goes, but I don't think the guy didn't murder anyone. I think he was scared for his family's safety and did what he thought was necessary. He wasn't in uniform. He wasn't acting in police capacity. He was acting as a civilian who was defending his family from any kind of harm. That's how I think about it anyway. So
he should have ran him over.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I did do this one here. I didn't tell you about this. We know that the police officer that was murdered recently and with her own weapon, and she, asked the people not to kill her and stuff like that. Remember which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was just discovered. I think her family found it at their funeral. I didn't share it, which I thought it ain't really surprised, but I thought I would just I'll pull it up right here. It's right here. I'll read it for everybody, because the people that don't listen, don't watch. She wrote this like a long time ago, like when she first started in law enforcement. And it was a poem she wrote, and it says, "The color we bleed is that of deep blue. The blood that is shed is without asking for who. No time to be afraid, no time to cry, no choice in what we do. Where we go or when we die, the color we bleed is that of deep blue. All too often, one will pay the ultimate price. Those who wear the uniform accept this sacrifice. Beyond the call of duty, one day might be mine. No regrets, no sorrow or fear as I walk the blue line. The color I bleed is that of deep blue." And I think
Wow.
and she did. She paid the ultimate sacrifice, but that was her own words and what she wrote. So I just wanted to put that out there when I saw it today.
It is a very well wrote poem. Yeah, I like it.
So that was from her own handwriting. It was read during her funeral. I believe it was today or yesterday. So
Yeah.
that's okay. Well, I just ruined the mood there, but I had to.
Oh no, you're good.
I wanted to
I
talk
think
about
that
it.
is awesome. That not only did she understand the job, but she's a great poet.
This person right here, let's go right on into the next one. Looks like Macaulay Culkin. If y'all are looking on the screen, and I guess that's his girlfriend underneath him. That could possibly be his sister. They look kind of like. But this guy looks like Macaulay Culkin. He is not Macaulay Culkin. He is a dirtbag piece of shit. And where is it out of? Let's see where.
U.S. Marshals are the ones looking for him.
Yeah, he shot a cop. I watched the video on it. I didn't put
New
it
Mexico.
up here. In New Mexico, that's right. Suspect sought in the shooting of New Mexico cop. Body cam video was released. I did watch it. I think the cop's recovered. I don't think he's didn't die, but he ran off. It's a pretty nasty video. If you want to go look it up,
Pass.
watch it. A federal agency has made the search of a man who allegedly shot a Farmington officer. There's no allegedly. It's on video. So no, he did shoot him.
Crackhead
So
Jax Taylor.
you can take your shit and fuck off with your allegedly crap. It says a major case and has increased the reward to $10,000. United States Marshals has doubled the reward from 5 to 10 for reliable information, leading to the arrest of I guess his name is Elsa or Eli's or something. I don't know. Buck, according to the Farmington Police Department. He's accused of shooting Farmington Police Department officer Joseph Barreto on January 7th, which just not too long ago. He was investigating a report of a DWI on the night of January 7th when he located Buck and his girlfriend, Victoria Rossi Hernandez. And that's the little cunt down there, as you can see.
She looks like her head's been smashed. Like
Yeah,
this
it does. It
direction.
looks
I
like
don't
it does.
like it looks like Stewie from Family Guy.
So they were walking in the area, and when he was told, like I said, and this is exactly how the video went, when the officer told the 22-year-old Buck that he was going to be detained, he pulled out a gun and he shot the cop. It was that fast. And
Thank God he's not a good shot.
they conducted exhaustive search for him, but I think they got out of the area. But that is him. He is recovering. Officer is recovering at the hospital, so He's going to make it. Buck is described as 185 pounds, 6 foot 1 inches tall, with blonde hair, green eyes, and he is wanted and person of interest in the case, armed and dangerous. She is described as 28-year-old, 5'5", crackhead bitch with cum stains around her lips. No, it did not say that, but I just.
Hey, Jed.
She has herpes. No, it didn't say that either.
She ain't got herpes. She got squished head syndrome.
135 pounds with brown eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information on these two dirtbags, please call 505-564-4627. I'll say it again, 505-564-4627.
Or 911, obviously, don't approach him.
Don't approach him because, I mean, I watched the video. The cop says, look, you're going to be detained. We're just investigating it. The dude just pulled a gun out of his pocket and started putting rounds. I mean, it was that fast. Like I said, you can go watch it. This news story was come off of Police One. And you can go look at the videos on that page on the story if you want to go look at it. But, I mean, it was quick. Like I said, at least the officer didn't die. So, piece of shit one, piece of shit two. Thank God they didn't kill him. They tried to, and let's hope they get their due justice. Hopefully, when they do get located, they decide to resist arrest.
Yep, the U.S. Marshals can solve the problem.
They can just light them up, take them out. Go out like a man, McCulley. So that's him and her. She'll have crusty brown stains around her mouth. She decided not to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Eat ass instead.
Tastes better than ass.
I'm going to read that next one about we're going back to New York. We're going back to New York again. We're always in New York.
It's a target-rich environment. What can I say?
Well, that new district attorney in Manhattan down in New York, basically, he's putting cops' lives in big-time danger. He's not wanting to. I mean, you could go rob a store with a knife, which is an armed robbery, and they're going to charge you with a misdemeanor like shoplifting offense and shit. He's not even going to charge people like resisting arrest and stuff like that.
Oh, so it's going to be like Chicago now.
Going to be a little worse if they keep it up.
NYPD Commissioner, Manhattan DA meet amid dispute over prosecution policies. Bum, bum, bum. New York Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and Police Commissioner Sewell played nice Tuesday amid an ongoing dispute about how he plans to prosecute certain crimes. The sit-down at one police plaza between two of the city's most prominent law enforcement leaders came as police union officials questioned the DA's decision, making it an alleged knife-point stick-up at a Lower East Side Duane Reade. The DA and Sewell said in a joint statement they met to discuss issues of mutual concern. The discussion was open, candid, and productive. The statement said the meeting was to share ideas and examine policy differences that could be clarified and harmonized towards a common vision that acknowledges the need for criminal justice reform and alternative to incarcerations. There's death. It was agreed that police and prosecutors would weigh the individual facts and circumstances of each case with a view towards justice and work together to keep New Yorkers safe.
Well, that district attorney ain't trying to keep nobody safe.
No, hell no. I mean, how you gonna let them out of jail, bro? I mean, you definitely wouldn't be arrested for throwing glitter at somebody. Fuck. Florida girls, stay your asses out of New York.
No, go to New York because you won't get arrested for it.
Oh, that's true.
You can throw glitter on people legally and not go to jail in New York.
Yeah, that's fucking catch and release shit. I mean, imagine being the officer. It just literally had to take somebody down, probably at gunpoint because he robbed somebody. Put them in handcuffs, throw them in their cop car, and while you're still sitting in a Sally port writing the report, the guy walks out the front door. Could you imagine? Like, that would make you want to just take your badge off and go beat the shit out of the guy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I just completely wasted my time. Why am I even writing this report now? Yeah, this new shit is for the birds, dude.
Well, they keep putting I don't know why these people keep electing these type of people and putting them in office, and then when they do, they bitch and complain about it. It's like, y'all voted them in. Now that you have all this crime and shit on your streets, what the hell did you think you were gonna get?
Right.
Just like in New Orleans, I mean, that new sheriff, she wants to, make the jail a safe space. We're not gonna have, isolation cells, and I just, you get booked in the jail, they give you milk and cookies, and later on, if you're a good little boy, you'll get an ice cream sandwich. And
bullshit! It's New Orleans. They'll give you a margarita.
We're gonna read you a bedtime story. Everything's gonna be good.
And those expensive little donut things we had.
It's a beignet.
A beignet.
Expensive little donut.
It's like Ben Gay, but it don't burn.
Yeah, but I showed you them things from the grocery store. I'm gonna get me some. Do home char-broiled oysters at the house.
I don't know if I would trust oysters from a grocery store. Cuddles.
They're frozen. You just gotta defrost them and then cook them on your grill. I'm gonna get some and eat them, and if I don't die, then you can get some. I'm gonna have to be sending you a king cake before long anyway. It's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, you skipped it last year.
Yes, I did.
Yep. Don't love me no more, son bitch.
Do we
Still
get cut? They
stickers.
might have cuddles in the new jails, Michael.
Hell yeah. Do they kiss us on the forehead and tell us we've been a good boy and go to bed? Shit, I've been missing that kind of treatment.
Well, this next one here, it's like a double story together. We got some people who've been getting arrested.
Got some wild ass hairdos.
I'm gonna pull up the pictures. 4 and 5. Bang. Those two are did I send them together or not? I might not have.
I bet you the one on the skinny one is the shoeless one.
Hold on, I get it right. Anyway, if you're looking on the live, you will see the 4 people I've just pulled up here. And they have all just been recently arrested. I even put this little thing right here.
That guy in the far right corner looks aggressive, like he's just mad.
Or he's mad he got caught. Uh-oh. Cops coming for you. All right, the guy with the beard and the neck tattoo and his buddy with him with the dreads next to him right there out of Baton Rouge. Anyway, they were arrested for breaking into. They're accused of breaking into cars in the Clyde area of Baton Rouge.
A lot of cars.
Yeah, a lot of them, like 15 or 16. No, not this. This I don't think was this the same ones. I don't know. We got to anyway. These 2 men allegedly were breaking into cars and at a apartment complex, and the guy looked out his window or heard his alarm going off, looked out, and these 2 fellas, I think, were inside of it. It says at 4 a.m. Tuesday, as a person was getting dressed for work, they noticed a car alarm from the parking lot at a Cypress Lakes Apartments. The victim told deputies he looked out his window and saw his SUV being burglarized by 2 men. So he got a gun and went outside. The victim discovered the rear driver's side window of his SUV was shattered and one of the men was sitting in his car. The deputy said the victim chased the men away and then contacted the sheriff's office. I guess, he's a civilian, so, if I me personally, I would have held him right there until the cops got there.
They wouldn't have stayed. They'd have tried to run. You got to run them over.
Anyway, he called the cops.
Their hairstyles get better from left to right. Have you noticed that?
The victim told deputies that the men got into a red Dodge Challenger when they left the area. Deputies noted when the suspects were chased away, they left behind their shoes, gloves, and flashlight. I don't know why you have to be barefoot while you're breaking into a car. Maybe you're trying to be sneaky. I don't know. Shortly afterwards, the deputies saw a vehicle matching the description of the getaway car with 2 men inside idling around Hampton Inn and Suites parking lot. So they just got run off from that one and go and look for more. They stopped the car and questioned the men separately. Deputies determined the stories were conflicting and placed both men under arrest. The burglary victim identified the men. 21-year-old Jalen Nelson. I don't know which one that is. And 24-year-old Hakeem Staples. Both of those are arrested. During questioning, they said there were numerous burglaries at the complex nearby, and was noted that the rear driver windows of all the vehicles were being smashed. Both men were arrested and booked on 2 charges of simple burglary.
Oh, yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean, windows are expensive.
Fuck yeah, they're like $500 now. It's like, dude, just use a damn Slim Jim. When did that stop being a thing?
I don't know. The 2 arrested, the other 2 over here, the clean cut ones, sort of, they were arrested. These 2 were arrested on a spree of vehicle burglaries across Baton Rouge Parish. Deputies arrested these 2 men in connection with at least 15 vehicle burglaries across the parish. They said a deputy was working on Commerce Circle by some apartments on January 10th around 8 p.m. concerning 9 vehicle burglaries. So he was writing a shit ton of reports is what he was doing. Deputy said 3 suspects were caught on a doorbell camera pulling on car door handles. I'll tell you what, these new doorbell cameras and shit catch a lot of fucking criminals, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Cameras in general. I believe everybody should have a couple.
And they got them on camera, and they were leaving in a black Hyundai Sonata. The deputies learned that Zachary Police Department, Baton Rouge Police Department, and LSU Police Department were working on nearly 15 reported from late January to early January. This from January 8th to 9th, 15 burglaries. They said the deputies responded to Benny's car wash off of Frogmore Drive for a suspicious incident, including 2 men throwing away items that were in new or good condition. Law enforcement agents found a black duffel bag, backpack, and Gucci wallet that contained a checkbook with a name. They located the owner and the checkbook, and it was a vehicle burglary victim who had reported the crime to Baton Rouge Police Department. The surveillance cameras at the car wash caught more video of the car, which they got a license plate on. It came back to rental car. Go figure. They went to the rental company. They got the name of they were going to the rental company on Segan Lane, and they saw the black Honda Sonata pull into a neighboring firearms store. So they were going to take some of their loot and money and go buy some guns, which that would have been great, right?
Yep, that's how you level up. I played this game.
It's called Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Deputies said the 2 suspects, a 19-year-old Bobby Duncan and 18-year-old Daniel Buffington, and a female were detained and taken into question. I didn't have a picture of her. I don't have a picture of her. Using the female's cell phone location records, deputies determined that they were in the areas where all the burglaries occurred. They said during questioning, Buffington admitted to being part of the burglary, but claimed he was only acting as a lookout. They got you on video pulling on doors, motherfucker. They said video evidence shows both.
DNA evidence.
Video shows both him and Duncan pulling on door handles and discarding evidence. They were both arrested and booked on multiple counts of simple burglary and documents stating that more charges may arise. I guess they just let the girl go because there's no information on her. But all 4 of these people right here believe that it's okay to break into people's shit and take shit that don't belong to them because they're all too fucking lazy to go get a goddamn job and earn money and buy their own shit.
But they didn't do nothing.
So
allegedly.
So fuck him, and the bitch that was in the car because she knew exactly what the hell was going on. They better get used to that sound. right there.
Nah, they just got to go down to New Orleans and start breaking into shit.
It's ridiculous, you know. But it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault all the time.
But they're damn lucky because, I mean, they're in Louisiana. I mean, there's a couple states you just don't mess with, like Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Alabama. You go break it in shit, you might get clipped.
Well, they keep pressing their luck. They're gonna come to the wrong house one day and they're gonna catch some bullets.
Yep, that's what they say about
Jed, I hope he does drop the soap, and they all need to be ass raped in prison.
Yeah, Alex said the guy walking around with no feet on is just DNA evidence because he's bound to cut his feet breaking windows.
Yeah,
but that's why I have that shatterproof film on my windows, man. Good luck.
This next story, we just have to skim over. This next one's really, really long. But we'll just mention on it and talk a little bit about it. I just thought it was a little interesting. I know I sent it to you, didn't I?
Thought you had one about Pasco.
I didn't get a chance. We might have to do another one this weekend if we get a chance because I had so many stories I had to skip over some of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent it. This next one is, it's like Judge Dredd shit.
Indiana?
No, it's about this. I guess I didn't send it to you by accident.
It's all on you.
Yeah, it's my fault. Anyway, they're about to start testing smart guns. You know, like it's going to take your fingerprint, I guess, to make it where it'll fire or something like that. You know, I don't know how I feel about that. Holstera seemed like he liked it.
The technology is sound. It is a great idea. You've seen it in multiple movies. Obviously, they're just getting around to doing it. So basically, the ones I've seen, when you close your hand on the grip, your finger will be scanned as you're gripping the firearm, allowing the firing pin to be able to drop without your hand. So say a toddler or a suspect pulling it out of your holster would not be able to shoot you with it.
Well, I think they got some coming that are supposed to be field tested or something. It says can only be fired only by verified users. Some of this, like I said, it's a really long story to get in a lot of some of the technology stuff on it. Basically, they said some of the issues they did. See, this is one problem I have with it. They said some of the issues they did have is sometimes if it's like moisture or it's wet, it won't read your fingerprint. But there's like a keypad or something on it you can put, like on your phone. If your face recognition or thumb don't work, you can punch in your passcode.
What the hell movie was that from?
They have on Judge Dredd. They had it where only judges could use the guns, or it would blow up in your hand or something.
Yeah,
but you can punch a passcode in and it unlocks the gun and you can use it. My point is if I'm out and some dude pulls a gun on me and I'm trying to pull my gun out and
hang on, I got to put in my code.
And this shit ain't working and I got somebody shooting at me and I got to start putting a fucking code or something because the fingerprint shit ain't working. I maybe for civilian use or something like that, it would be good, for home defense weapons maybe. Especially with people with kids, you
right,
could do
that's
that.
what I was thinking.
That would have, something like that would have prevented that kid over there in Oxford for taking that gun out and shooting up that school with it. Something like. I think for civilian use, it would be good. For police, military use, no. I don't need to take a chance on something going malfunction in the middle of a gunfight or me getting ready to have to pull my gun and use it and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, user authorization, use pin code. No, I don't know. I ain't got time for that.
Actually, that's a good point. How many, I know you have an AR platform, I do too. How many times from just firing has your laser been off? You know what I mean? Like out of alignment.
Oh yeah, well that or what happens if you check your batteries or something lately.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's like the firearm itself is handling all of this explosive stuff and rattling. Like that that's bound to wear out pretty damn quick.
I'm just saying, I just, like I said, for civilian use, if they want to do something, I think it's a good idea for civilian use. For law enforcement, military purposes, no. I need it to work. I don't need to have to be thinking about my fingerprint scanner shit working on my gun. Your adrenaline's going to be pumping and everything. You got everything else going on. Be the last thing to have something like that malfunction, and you're going to have to stop and put a freaking code in it while somebody's shooting at you or something like that.
Yeah,
No, I think for civilian, the technology's good, but try it out. But try it out for civilians, not cops.
It's got a long way to go.
I mean, you have more civilian people have their weapons stolen and burglaries and break-ins. You steal somebody's gun, and basically you got a baseball bat or an anchor to go fishing with or something, because it's obviously not going to work without that then. But for police use, I just, not for me. I don't want it. I'll keep the old-fashioned one, So I just can't do it. Stop using lasers. Go back to 1886 and use your iron sights. I still use iron sights. I don't even have a flashlight on my gun.
Oh, my shit's, well, it depends on which one. We won't get into that much.
My thing is, the reason I've never carried a flashlight on my gun,
it provides its own flash.
Well, not that. I'd rather, if I have to, I'd rather have a flashlight in my offhand than my weapon hand, because if a bad guy, everybody's got their thing. My thing is, if you're going through a house and you got that flashlight on that gun, where's the bad guy shooting at?
Oh God, this brings me back to the academy.
Bad guy's shooting at the light.
But they taught us in the academy to hold your arm straight out to the side so they would shoot the flashlight, and I'm like, I don't think I ever did that ever.
So I'm just saying that. So I've never had a flashlight on my gun. I've always went with the hold with it. So to me that's it, because you're going through, you clearing the house, even if you're in that ready gun position, because it's not like on TV when you go in to clear a house and they got the gun stuck way out in front of them. I'm like, you go in a room like that, they're just going to take the gun out your hand before you even get into the fucking room. No, you're in a ready gun position, stuff like that. So if you're in a ready gun position, and the light would be kind of shining on the floor anyway. So I'm just not a big light on my gun person. So a lot of people got, a lot of cops. I say more cops got lights on their guns that don't. I'm saying that's my preference. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's just my preference.
I didn't. It's only because they didn't pay for it.
I'm not an expert. That's just the way I like it. So take it for what it is fucking worth.
Well, I was waiting on the Pasco story so I could lose my mind about Pasco.
Which one was the Pasco story?
Oh no, forget it. But
I don't want to forget it.
No, it's the sheriff did something stupid. So Pasco County Sheriff's Office has elected to drop Facebook comments, and they swear it's because of the calls for service. People are giving in tips on the Facebook page, and they're not able to get it in a timely manner. In all reality, it's because people talk shit to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office online, and they don't like it. But what's your opinion on that?
Me? It probably is. They claim when I was reading it that the reason they did it was people were sending in tips on stuff like that, and somebody's not monitoring the messages. So if they see something and they report it on Facebook, it may not get seen for hours or a day or two. So that's what they're claiming anyway. And I'm not from that area, so I don't really know. But
yeah, I live here.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
A shithole. It's a shithole. On the other page, so the wonderful thing I want to discuss is, so me and the Iceman, career law enforcement individuals, and we try to raise our kids as well as we can. I get a ding on my computer for a chat for my daughter. I thought she needed help with homework. So she sends me something, but I'm with a client, so obviously I can't see it. And I'm finally wrapping up, and I look at it, and let me read this to you guys, because when I heard it, I about lost my mind. So this is a English assignment that was sent to my daughter. There have been recent there ha- there have recently been several controversial incidents of policemen shooting and killing seemingly innocent victims of varied races. How successful have the courts and law enforcement systems been in dealing with these cases? I can tell you, oh my God, pisses me off. First off, in the state of Florida, we banned critical race theory, so you can't do it. But I promise you, I have not heard one story of a police officer getting out of his car, walking up to a minority, and shooting an innocent suspect. 99% of them are in a conflict, in a traffic stop where you pull somebody over, the individual reaches for a knife, a gun, or starts reaching underneath their seat, or you're trying to put handcuffs on them and they pull out a knife and the officer shoots them. Just because when they go to court, a jury of biased individuals sends the officer to life in prison doesn't make it right. Most of these individuals are actually doing their jobs. There isn't a huge I'm probably preaching to the choir. I know everybody in here would probably agree. But God, I got a lot of emails to write, and that pisses me the hell off. What do you think about it?
Me? I think it's crap.
It's a liberal leftist bitch teacher. That's what it is.
Yep.
And I think, because like I said,
probably got a
Governor
rainbow
DeSantis,
flag in her classroom.
Right. Governor DeSantis sure as hell didn't sign off on that being a question. I can guarantee you ass.
A lot of these teachers just do what they want to do.
Fucking yeah.
Last story, just going to touch on. You okay there?
You go.
Calm down. Don't start sweating on your forehead.
No, that's that gift that Harry left me.
Anyway, this last we're just going to touch on. They had an Indiana sheriff that got indicted on felony and misdemeanor charges. Northwest Indiana sheriff was indicted on charges of resisting law enforcement and reckless driving. And he's denied the allegations, blaming them on a political witch hunt. It's out of Crown Point, Indiana. The sheriff is indicted on resisting law enforcement and reckless driving. I mean, where's the felony at in reckless driving? And I don't know. He denied them, and he said a Lake County grand jury indicted the Lake County sheriff, or Oscar Martinez Jr., on Thursday. After considering evidence and testimony over 2 days. They did 2 fucking days on this shit in front of a grand jury.
Well, I guess the DA didn't really have a way it wanted to swing.
Well, the DA, for everybody's listening, I'll just say it straight out. Let me tell you how these grand jury works. District attorney goes in there and basically they put on the shit, but they basically tell the grand jury what they want them to vote and how they want them to vote. And that's usually what they do. So let's not get it crazy. Oh, grand jury indictment. That's because the DA wanted it. Am I wrong or am I wrong? Tell me.
No, you're right. 110%. Every single case. I mean, the only way you won't is if you have like a very conservative area and then you have a extremely liberal, like, how did you win this position? But no, you're right.
Anyway, they said they were going to issue him a court summons. The charges stem from a September 18th incident in which Crown Point police said officers saw a black SUV traveling at what appeared to be a speed well above the 45-mile-an-hour posted speed limit. Okay. The felony resisting law enforcement indictment alleges Martinez knowingly or intentionally fled from the officers after they turned on their lights and sirens, identifying themselves, and ordered him to stop. Crown Point police said the SUV continued into the adjacent county of Merrillville, but as the officers approached the SUV's driver, activated his emergency police lights, giving notice that it was an unmarked police car and prompting the officers to end their pursuit. Okay. I've went after units before and they clicked their lights on and I'm like, oh shit, that's a unmarked unit, and I pulled back on the shoulder. I'm still waiting for
usually the minute they turn on the lights, I flip mine.
Yeah, the misdemeanor reckless driving count alleges Martinez recklessly operated a motor vehicle by driving at such an unreasonable high rate of speed as to endanger the safety of or property of others. So what was the speed? They never said they actually used a LiDAR or radar on him. They said he appeared to be speeding, so they went to pull him over. They never said they got a lock on him with anything, so he just looked like it, so they took after him.
Yeah.
Martinez, it's just sounding a little sketchy to me, too. Martinez denied the allegations Thursday in a statement and said they were initiated by a rival politician whom he did not name. As this matter unfolds, it will become to light that this is nothing more than a political witch hunt, he said in a statement. See, I don't know the politics down there, but I will say they never said they physically, because when you're running radar and writing tickets, we visually observe the vehicle, identify, possibly speeding, and then you have to estimate the speed, and after a while you get pretty good at it. You can get within 2-3 miles an hour just looking at a vehicle, most vehicles, and then you verify that using a speed detection device, a radar or a LiDAR, and then you do it. They never said that. They just said it appeared to be speeding. And when they got up behind him, he's a sheriff. He might have they're not trying to pull me over. Because guess what? If he's a sheriff in that county, they knew that was him.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what the hell the sheriff drives.
They knew what the sheriff was driving. They knew it was him. So could it be some kind of political shit? Good chance it could be. I'd like to find out what comes of this, because I guess it's different around there, because the only person that can arrest a sheriff around here is the attorney general.
Yeah, I've told you, it's even different down here.
So that's the only person that can arrest a sitting sheriff in Louisiana is the attorney general. So ain't no PD guy going to this just ain't going to happen. And then it's felony. Really? I mean, what? Was he doing 150 miles an hour? I mean,
not if he was just appeared to be.
There's just a whole bunch of shit. But first, felony? Really? Yeah, that sounds like something.
That is felony traffic.
Yeah, that just seems like it's just a little hanky panky going on over there or something. So I'd really, Alex says that would be up there. Yeah, that would be up there, not down here. Because like I said, it's.
Yeah, you could even get to the point to where you can.
The coroner. Somebody sent me a text saying the coroner in Louisiana is the only one that can do something to arrest the sheriff or something like that. Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. I know it's just not everyday PD guys cuff no sheriff. Like I said, he might not even known they were trying to pull him over at first, and when he realized it, that's when he clicked his lights. I don't think he was just running to run. Why would he do that? That don't make any sense. I think as soon as the guy realized it, he clicked his lights on. They're like, "Oh shit!" and they turned their shit off. So
you would think
something's going on there. Something definitely going on. All right, it's that time. I'm not going to forget, Melissa. We got a vote on the hot nut story.
Hot nuts.
So we got the guy that had the dismembered body in his freezer. We got the two Florida women that decided to go attacking people with glitter. They went after Mr. Colin with the glitter. We got the deer in the trunk, the live deer in the trunk. That was not funny.
Yeah, the glitter chicks. I got to go with Mel.
We got all the burglary people, smart guns, and the indicted sheriff. My vote is the glitter girls.
Bitches.
The Glitter Girls.
Glitter Bitches has a better ring to it.
Glitter Girls. I mean, they got charged with. I mean, really, they got charged with. They got felony charges.
I mean, but okay, Pinellas County has the most lenient. I swear to God, the most lenient judges I have ever seen. Like I personally have a relative that was arrested with heroin, cocaine, a mass of pills, driving without a license, and trespassing, and I think she was let out on probation. I mean, yeah.
Looks like we're gonna get. Looks like the fun one's gonna be the hot nut one. This time is gonna be the Glitter Girls. What everybody's putting down.
I told him to make the background all glitter.
Aaron says maybe the guy that glittered is juice somehow. He's something. He is something. And look, I actually put it up. Here we go. So we're going with the Glitter Girls. If everybody hadn't been listening or whatever, I'm keeping a running tally on the hot nuts one for each one we do. So maybe by the end of this year, December, we'll have to do a recap of all the hot nut story and see who gets the big nut for the end of the year. So
Actually, I like that.
we will go for the Glitter Girls. Here we go. Look, I hear about the. All right, everybody. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'm gonna talk. We'll see how this weekend goes. I still got a shit ton of stories this week that we didn't even get to. I didn't even get to think about putting down because we usually run about through 12 stories and we did it in an hour and 15. But I got so many more, so we may do an extra there's an extra one this weekend. If not, come back. When do you want to do the other one?
It's up to you. Are you going to work late on Friday or not?
No. Want to do it Friday evening?
Yeah, we'll do it Friday night.
Friday night, I'll go check out.
Liberty, Freedom, and Whiskey podcast.
Yeah, go to Facebook or YouTube, sign up so you can watch that live show.
Two assholes drinking whiskey and talking about
We're going to be
freedom.
talking about politics and freedom and stuff. And,
Peace out, everybody.
Never know what else. Stay safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. And remember to smile because Iceman can always be behind you.